Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Salt, they say, is never infested with worms. Otherwise, the worms will all melt away. And under the circumstances, I do think that is what is going to happen. We just got a report that Olori Naomi woke up from a very scary dream where the thickest dread of Tadenikawo was cut off with razor by a woman who took the dread and started running away. When Olori Naomi woke up from that dream, you know, she is a prayer warrior. Naomi started kabashing, and she kabashed and kabashed and kabashed and kabashed like she was praying the entire time. And she saw it as one of those, you know, scare that the enemy will want to bring to your heart. After prayer, she prayed for her son Tadenikawo, and she went back to bed again. You know that when a dream repeats itself, it becomes something like a vision, because you cannot see one dream and see it again and again and again. God is trying to tell you something, that take this situation serious. They say she went back to bed around 4 a.m. She was awoken again by that dream. She saw that dream, a woman dragging that thick dread from Tadenikawo's head. As a matter of fact, this time she had to intervene to hold the woman. But by the time she got to the woman had already plucked the hair out of Tadenikawo's head, leaving an injury there, and started running away. Naomi started running after that woman, and she could not catch the woman, but she was praying and praying and praying. As she was praying, the woman failed, and when the woman failed, the hair dropped from the woman's hand. Naomi went and picked the hair back, and people came and started using wood and all sort of stuff on the woman, and she turned around and she started leaving. They said when she saw that dream again the second time, she called the Ooni of Ife. That was around 4 a.m. at night, and the Ooni of Ife was, you know, alarmed that Naomi had called by that time, because usually when Naomi will call at times like this, Naomi calls when there is an issue, and Naomi explained the dream she had twice that day to the Ooni of Ife, and, you know, employed the Ooni of Ife to pray with her, and Ooni of Ife, they prayed together and prayed for Tadenikawo. As a matter of fact, Ooni of Ife asked Olori Naomi to wake Tadenikawo up. Olori Naomi tried waking Tadenikawo. Tadenikawo was still sleeping. Now she had to carry Tadenikawo on her laps while the father was speaking words of life, wisdom, health, you know, everything on Tadenikawo. The phone was on speaker. The father was praying to his ancestors and all of that. And that way, after that, they had to put Tadenikawo to sleep again, to continue sleeping while Naomi continued her prayer. Now, Tadenikawo is a boy that was born with dread, and that dread means a lot. Especially, I do know that a lot of culture, they keep dread, like the Yoruba people. Dread means a lot to them. When a child is born with dread, you allow the dread, you know, grow, and they have all of these rituals attached to all of this. They are dread, children with dread and all of that. But in the royal family, they said it means a lot that Tadenikawo was born with dread, that the forefathers sent Tadenikawo that way, and Tadenikawo was sent on an errand. Now, you do know that when Ooni of Ife married Naomi and brought Naomi to the palace, at that point, Ooni was very desperate to having a son, because the stool of power in Ile-Ife that came this time to the Gise ruling house was under some kind of contention, okay? And so when God blessed them with Tadenikawo, it was an amazing event. Now, Tadenikawo came through a very amazing woman, Olori Naomi, and that means a lot to the Ooni of Ife. But unfortunately, a lot of things have happened because of who Naomi is and what Naomi represents in the life of the Ooni of Ife. They have fought this couple tooth and nail. They have fought this couple. At some point, when people were saying, you know, Naomi was under some some kind of attack. The Ooni of Ife was under some kind of attack, and all. Everybody doubted until recently when something happened. They said what happened was the ancient sword disappeared from the palace of the Ooni of Ife, and when that ancient sword disappeared, finding for solution to bringing back that ancient sword that is like the sword of power for the Ooni of Ife, they found out that everything was wrapped around Olori Naomi. They had to do everything. I do know that a lot of people think that Naomi coming to that event in Akure was a coincidence. A lot of people think that Naomi coming to meet with Ooni of Ife there was just because Ooni of Ife asked to see Tadenikawo. Ooni of Ife has had so many bigger events, like his birthday event. Which event has been bigger than his golden jubilee? Which event? No event. Ooni of Ife has had so many events. Why was Naomi not there? Why didn't Naomi come with Tadenikawo? Now, what happened in that Akure when Naomi and the Ooni of Ife met is not happenstance. It's something that, had to happen. And they made a lot of effort. In fact, as a matter of fact, for Naomi to have even come to that place, Ooni of Ife used his own private jet. When they flew to Brazil, Puerto Rico to meet with Iyanifa there. One night, it was so bad that they had to go there. Haven't you seen how everywhere is calm right now, except for the fact that the Oloris want to start their drama again? Ooni of Ife got to that place of realization where he realized that, look, without this woman, Olori Naomi, it's not just going to be easy for me. I have to stand up. I have to walk. I have to do what I need to do to get Naomi back into my life. Oh, I only did it. But, right now, even though Ooni has made it clear to everybody, time and time again, that his relationship with Olori Naomi is not sealed because of Tadenikawo. It is sealed because he loves Olori Naomi. Naomi and him, they share something that is very secret that nobody might understand. That there's something about them that people may never, ever be able to understand. Kabiyesi has made it clear. Kabiyesi has spoken about it time and time again. If the information that we keep getting is the truth. So where am I going with this video? Now, the fight has not stopped. Even when the reconciliation happened, they told Naomi that Naomi will have to sit up and understand that the fight has not stopped. But the result, that God has made it in such a way that whoever will not stop fighting Olori Naomi will pay with their life. Yes, so that was what they said to Olori Naomi. But to say the fight will stop will not stop. Remember what happened to the children of Israel when the Egyptian, the king held the children of Israel, and God sent a message to the king that, look, go and free my children. Tell this king to free my children. And he refused. And when he refused, when he became stubborn, God said, okay, no problem. I'm going to even make his heart even more hardened, so that he will invoke my rod upon himself and his people and his soldier. And God hardened up his heart, and, that way, they were able to invoke God's wrath upon them. See what happened. See how the soldiers, see how people perished, all because of stubbornness. And this is exactly what is going to happen here. They have been fighting and fighting, and right now the fight is with Tadenikawo, a child, 4 years old. This boy just celebrated 4 years old now. I feel like people should be ashamed of the kind of things that they do. Now your fight is shifting position from Olori Naomi to Tadenikawo. And that is the reason why Olori Naomi saw this dream. They said that dream is not an ordinary dream. Olori Naomi saw the dream. Olori Naomi knew that it was a message. Olori Naomi knew that God was trying to open her eyes of understanding to see what they are trying to do to Tadenikawo. And they said she called Ooni of Ife. Even though she was frightened, but she was strong, and she called and opted for prayers, and they prayed together. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media. Appreciate you guys so much. Happy New Week to you. Appreciate you.